Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Next Level with Nathan. Today, we're talking about one of the most exhilarating and terrifying journeys that we can embark upon, the journey out of our comfort zone and into the unknown. It's about that incredible faith required to step into a new career, embrace new love after heartbreak, or simply trust that life is playing out perfectly on time, even when it feels anything but. This isn't just about wishing for change. It's about the deep soul-level trust that moves you into meaningful action for major life transformations. Before we begin, I want to invite you to be a part of this movement. Every time you like, subscribe, or share, you become a vital part of spreading this message of hope. It helps us connect with someone who might be searching for the clarity to step into their God-given destiny. Thank you so much for being a part of this with me. Now let's talk about the incredible faith of taking that leap. There comes a point in every life, if we're truly listening, when we receive an invitation. It's an invitation from our higher self, from God, from the universe, to step beyond the familiar and into something new. This invitation often doesn't come wrapped in certainty. In fact, most likely it won't. More often, it arrives disguised as discomfort, a gentle nudge, or sometimes even a forceful shove, pushing us out of a situation that no longer serves our highest good. Think about the feeling of being stuck. It's a gnawing sense that you're meant for more, but fear keeps you chained to the familiar. This is the universe telling you that your current comfort zone has really become a growth-free zone. The Bible is filled with stories of this very phenomenon. Think of Abraham, called by God to leave everything he knew to go, as God said to him in Genesis chapter 12, verse 1, to the land that I will show you. It's pretty generic. He didn't have a map, no Google to look it up. He had no clue where this land even was. He just had a divine instruction and a promise. Or consider Moses, called to lead an entire nation out of bondage. In front of him, facing the Red Sea, there was seemingly no way forward. These weren't easy decisions. They were acts of profound trust in a plan that seemed utterly illogical. Modern spiritual teachers like Dyer often spoke of leaping and the net will appear. It's a profound statement of trust in the universal intelligence. It's about discerning the intuitive pull and then having the courage to act on it. Think about literally leaping from a building and just trusting that, hey, a net's going to appear. Of course, he's speaking metaphorically here, but sometimes we must take that leap of faith and trust that the net will appear. The hardest part is that initial step. It's like standing at the edge of a cliff knowing you need to fly, but having never spread your wings. I know that feeling personally. The first time I went skydiving, and I was absolutely terrified, but I took the leap. That moment of free fall followed by the silent, breathtaking descent transformed my perception of fear for life. Now my goal is to skydive at least once a year as a living reminder of the power of stepping into the terrifying unknown. The initial fear is primal, but the breakthrough is divine. Today, I'm going to focus on two major pain points common in people's lives. Now, these are not the only two, but the two I will focus on for this video. And the concepts that we're going to discuss can be applied to many different situations. So let's focus first on career growth. So many of us find ourselves in careers that pay the bills but drain our souls. We live by a script of shoulds. I should take this promotion, or I should stay in this stable job. What if your soul is calling you to something different? This is where your intuition, that still small voice, becomes your most invaluable guide. The Bible encourages this. Proverbs 3, verses 5 through 6 advises, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understandings, but in all your ways acknowledge him and he will make your path straight. This is not about ignoring common sense, but about understanding that true wisdom often transcends our limited human perspective. Motivational giants like Tony Robbins would urge you to interrupt the pattern of fear, to change your state, and to embody courage even when you don't feel it. Taking a leap in your career might mean leaving a high-paying job for a passionate project. It might mean going back to school at 40. It might mean starting a business that everyone tells you is too risky. Or it may mean taking a risk on another employer when the one you have been with has been stable, but growth is limited. This is where faith truly comes in. It's about having the incredible faith that your life is unfolding perfectly on time. We often look at others and their successes and sometimes maybe even feel behind, but your timeline is unique, divinely orchestrated for you. Your moment for that career leap might be exactly now. The only real readiness is the readiness of your spirit to say yes to your true path, to let go and let the all-knowing universe direct your path. Even if you cannot see the big picture and only what is in front of you, just trusting that God or the divine universe has this all under control. Let me ask you, what is one brave, meaningful action you could take today to align your career with your soul's calling? The divine doesn't ask for perfection. It asks for participation. Where you fall short, God will make up the difference plus more. You are never in a place, position, or in timing that was not already perfected, perfectly orchestrated. You are exactly in this moment where you are supposed to be. And you are faithfully going to trust that your path is being laid out as you walk in positive feelings, prayer, and affirmation. Every step you take, another piece of your path is being laid out for you. You just got to start walking. Now let's turn to another incredibly brave leap, healing from trauma and opening yourself to new love after heartbreak. This is perhaps where our comfort zones can become the most entrenched. Trauma, whether from a past relationship or a significant loss, builds walls around our hearts. We become comfortable in our guardedness, convinced it's protecting us, but in reality, it's keeping us stuck in pain. The act of healing is a profound act of courage. In those moments of deep pain, it's crucial to remember that feeling broken is not a sign of spiritual failure. It is a profound part of the human experience. Even Jesus, the ultimate master of humanity, wept. When he arrived to find his dear friend Lazarus had died, the scripture in John 11:35, the shortest verse in the Bible, by the way, simply says, Jesus wept. Not just that the master of humanity was simply sad. No, the Bible says he wept, uncontrollable weeping and pain. He felt the full, heartbreaking weight of human loss, even knowing that a miracle was moments away. He validated our grief. He showed us that even divine consciousness feels the sting of earthly sorrow. And if you're feeling that sting right now, you are not alone. Research suggests that well over half of Americans have experienced the loss of a close friend or family member in just the past few years. Your broken heart is not an isolated event. It is a shared, sacred part of the human condition. The divine promise is not that we will avoid pain, but that we will be healed from it. The promise is everything is going to be all right, plus better. Biblical texts are filled with this assurance. Psalms 147:3 says, he heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. This isn't just about physical healing, but spiritual and emotional restoration as well. Spiritual teachers universally emphasize the power of forgiveness, not necessarily for the person who hurt you, although you should forgive them too, but for yourself and for the release of the emotional chains that bind you to the past. Forgiveness is a courageous leap into personal freedom. When we talk about finding new love, this leap becomes even more daunting. The comfort zone here is often the familiar pain, the belief that all relationships will end in heartbreak. The truth is, you have to create the space for someone new. This requires immense bravery, I know. It's like skydiving into the vulnerability of human connection. The first time you open your heart again, it feels just as terrifying as that initial step out of the airplane. But the joy of connection is just as breathtaking as the ground under you when you're free falling, and then when the canopy opens and it's just calm. To heal and open to new love, you must consciously choose to not go down to the lower vibrations of the past. It's over. Abraham Hicks frequently teaches that your point of attraction is always in the present moment. You must vibrate at the frequency of love, joy, and worthiness now to attract a partner who matches that. To do otherwise, by comparing yourself or your new love interest to the low vibrational person of the past, is saying that that person of the past is above you. No one is above you. You are the child of the Almighty, the co-creator of the universe. You are special. You are more than enough. No more comparisons. That old person is gone. And in the event that it was a person that died, I'm not trying to say that they were low vibrational. I'm using a breakup in this situation, but even then, that person is gone. Let them enjoy eternity, looking down, knowing that you can find happiness again. The greatest act of faith here is believing in your own worthiness for love, even after being hurt. It's trusting that the divine plan for your life includes profound connection and joy. It's letting go of control, surrendering the how and the when, and simply trusting that the universe is bringing you exactly what you need, perfectly on time, perfectly on plan. Something even better. Think back on your own life or someone you know who has been heartbroken and in grief. It's easy to say to them, oh, there's more fish in the sea, or just move on. Because when we're not in that situation, we know that's true. There are more fishes in the sea. And yes, you can move on. How many times have you or someone you knew thought that they would never find what left them, only to look back and maybe think, damn, I dodged a bullet. Hindsight's 2020. In reality, they find that their new partner is happier, healthier, brighter, more viable than what had left. Now, this all comes in time and trusting the divine nature of life. But just know we were built to expand. The journey out of your comfort zone, whether for a new career or a healed heart, is not about denying fear. It's about feeling the fear, acknowledging it, and then taking that first brave step followed by another. It's about listening to the quiet conviction of your intuition and trusting the divine blueprint for your life. So what leap is calling to you today? What brave decision are you ready to make, knowing that the universe is ready to meet you more than halfway? I want you to remember your comfort zone is not your destiny. Your next level is waiting for you. Today, I want you to meditate, pray, find that next step you need to take to grow into your happy, abundant self. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with anyone who needs to hear this message. And leave a comment below. What leap are you feeling called to take today? I love hearing from you. See you next time here on Next Level with Nathan.